lovely people. Today we're talking about squatting. If you haven't seen the part 1 of this series, click the link in the description below. So today we're talking about some of the technique around the squat. So let's jump right into it. First, the fun fact of the day is, the cool thing is that in countries where people toilet and sleep on the ground, there's almost no hip and lower back disease for the reason that they're regularly squatting and sitting at the bottom of the squat. All right, now for the good stuff. First thing you want to do in your squat is load your hips, not your knees. Okay, so what that looks like is, the squat is initiated with the hips going back and down instead of the knees loading first and then trying to correct it by going back. So the reason why we're doing this is whatever system, be it your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, or your knees, is loaded first, is loaded maximally. So what that means is if you load yourself on a squat with 700 pounds on your back and you load your knees first, chances are your knees are going to take the brunt of that work. Instead, the concept is to load your hips first, which are far more powerful and have much more musculature around them to support such work. So point number 2 is, after we've started to descend our hips back and down, we're going to push our knees out towards the walls on either side of us, creating room for us to sink down into the bottom of the squat. This also winds up the tissues in our hip, creating stability and power. So if you can't get down into the bottom of a squat comfortably, there's a progression for that. And that's just basically elevating whatever surface you're squatting down to by whatever you need. So if it was to a couch, I would be at about 90 degrees. I could elevate that up by just simply putting a couple pillows underneath that. I could even set up some boxes or a chair. So after you've developed some comfort with the depth that you're squatting to, you can just start reducing the height of what you're squatting to. And eventually, the idea is that we will get you in the bottom of a squat comfortably. So ideally, we're gonna sit at the bottom of the squat for a couple minutes relaxed. That's the long-term goal. This might take longer for some of you, and this might be quick for others. As you become more and more comfortable with this, play around the width and the style of squat. There are many variations, such as a narrow squat, wide squat, neutral style squat. As you can tell, we have many variations of squat. If you'd like to stay in contact, that concludes our video. So follow along on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @TevaNganye. If you'd like more videos, follow this link.